This guy is wearing $30 from Goodwill and posting it as Gucci. This guy inherited $10 million and tells you he just works smarter. Both are fake rich. There are 7 levels between them. Which one are you? 61% of Americans making 6 figures live paycheck to paycheck. That's not being broke. That's being fake rich. It's a whole economy, and everybody's in it. The rich pretend they earned it. The broke pretend they're not. And in the middle? Most of you. Stuck at level 3, swearing you're at level 2. By the end of this, you'll know exactly where you actually rank, and what to do about it. Level 1 is the cheapest costume. Designer pieces from a thrift store, worn like an investment. 71% of Gen Z buys designer from resale. The average designer piece they own cost $40 secondhand. You know you're here if you've owned a designer item bought for under $50. You crop your photos to hide the tags. Or you've said, I got such a steal 3 times this month. Look, they're not fake rich. They're cosplaying it. And we all started here. No shame in level 1. But staying at level 1 forever? That's the trap. Level 2 owns nothing, but everything is photographed. The average new car payment in 2026 is $755 a month. 1 in 5 Americans pays over $1,000, and most of them drive a car worth more than their annual salary. You know you're here if you drive a car worth more than you make. Your sunglasses are indoor sunglasses. Your IG bio mentions the model of your vehicle. They don't own the car. The car owns them. Level 3 doesn't have money. Level 3 has payment plans. BNPL late fees hit $1.8 billion in 2025. The average user has 4 active accounts at once, splitting $200 brunches into 4 payments, forgetting payment 3. You know you're here if you paid for something with Klarna this week. You posted food you couldn't actually afford, or you've been hit with a late fee from an app you forgot was on your phone. The brunch wasn't free. You paid for it 7 times. Level 4 is the invisible trap. They make real money. They have nothing to show for it. 64% of Americans making over $100,000 live paycheck to paycheck. That's not the broke ones. That's the doctors, the engineers, the successful ones. You know you're here if you're working overtime to afford your lifestyle posts. You can't quit because you'd lose the lifestyle. You haven't taken a real vacation in 18 months because you're saving up. They're trapped. The lifestyle is the cage, and the cage looks like success from the outside. Level 5 has the costume of success without the risk. Parents pay rent. Posts about grind set. Has never seen a bill. 1 in 3 Americans under 30 receives at least $1,000 a month from parents. That's tens of millions of people running on quiet subsidies. You know you're here if you've never had to check your balance before a purchase. Your parents help out with random expenses. You post 4 a.m. hustle content but somehow always look rested. The grind set is a costume. The cosplay is convincing because the threat of failure isn't real. Level 6 got a runway, built a plane, tells you it was all hard work. 60% of self-made millionaires inherited at least $100,000. 60%. You know you're here if you started a business within 6 months of a windfall. Your LinkedIn says founder with 0 employees. You talk about putting in the work without ever acknowledging the stake. The inheritance built the runway. They didn't fly. They were thrown. Level 7 is the final form. They are actually rich. They are also pretending it took work. The top 1% inherits on average $4.8 million. The top 0.1%? $50 million plus. You know you're here if you cannot tell me what your monthly expenses are. You refer to property as a small place I have somewhere. You read self-help books from mindset, not survival. They're not fake rich. They're real rich pretending it took work. That's the final form of fake. And it's the one nobody calls out because the costume is the most convincing. So, where do you actually rank? If you're at level 1 or 2, your move is brutal but simple. Stop the posting. The lifestyle is leaking your money. Save the photo budget. Build the runway. Level 3 or 4? You don't need to make more. You need to spend less on appearances. Cancel the subscriptions. Cut the lifestyle inflation. The reps you take here decide whether you reach level 5 organically or get stuck at level 3 for 10 years. Level 5 or 6? You have an advantage most people don't. The honest move is to admit it. To yourself, not the internet. The grind set costume costs you a real understanding of your finances. Drop it. And if you're at level 7, just say it. I had help. 2 words. Costs you nothing. Changes everything. The fake rich economy is a trap because everyone's pretending. The way out is being the one person in your feed who isn't. Subscribe if this called you out. And tag the person in your feed who's at level 4 pretending it's level 6.